Hello everyone, how you doing, how you been, and what is new? Today we are back in Happy Home Paradise. Yup, part 2 because one video wasn't enough for all the villagers. First up is a Patty, the cow. She asked for a fun barbecue theme, which is kinda suspicious if you ask me. Like, are you the guest or the menu? Anyway, she wanted the outdoor picnic barbecue campfire fire. So I did my best to bring her dreams to life. Inside her little tent, I set up the ultimate picnic zone. A foldable chairs, folding table, a lantern, mini stove, and of course, a grill. Basically, everything she needs to feel like a guest and not the main course. Next up, we're visiting the dramatic wolf Dobby. Deep down, I totally get him. I know that feeling. That's why I place his house far, far away on the edge of the world, surrounded by ocean. Perfect for avoiding everyone. Inside his house looks just sad as the outside. It's the best way. He's got everything he needs. A bookshelf, a reading desk, a minibar for, I guess, inspiration, and even a hot tub. But look at him, sitting on this little pad bag like the world hasn't crushed his spirit yet. And those tiny little leg kicks, so adorable. Also Dobby has the second floor, where I did absolutely nothing. Let's just pretend we didn't saw it and he don't have the second floor. Moving next, we're visiting a ostrich queenie. I gave her outside house of soft and misty vibe, kind of mysterious and magical in the same time. Alright, first of all, I like how it's look like. Second of all, it's look just like a mysterious fashion influencer moved into a modern IKEA showroom. She's got everything here. A kitchen, a movie setup, and all wrapped in a purple lighting. Probably it's not the coziest spot I ever made, but maybe she just needed a place to vibe and relax. Next up is a Harry, the hippo. Well, at least I think it's a hippo, I guess. He asked for a castle of trash. Something like that, I think. I mean, honestly, it makes perfect sense. Have you seen his beard and his whole aesthetic? And then because he's outside of the house, looks like nobody take care of that. And here we are. Welcome to House of Cleanliness and Comfort. Here we have a perfectly organized boxes, bottles casually thrown around, probably it's a modern art statement. Here is a retro TV behind a vintage couch, an unmade bed that definitely part of the aesthetic as well. Don't miss the sink and also a portrait of Harry himself, like he's a king of this glorious mess. Iconic and kinda impressive. Next up, we move into a Huck house, a little frog with probably a big dreams. He asked for a home that feels like an adventure world. Outside his house, I just threw down a couple of rocks and also a grave. Not sure whose grave, but I didn't ask. Inside his house is dark and made entirely of stone, like he's living in a castle or something dramatic. The only light comes from candles, which is either romantic or terrifying, depending on his mood. Also, I added some furniture made of gold and wood, for the royal adventure aesthetic. And while I'm saying all of this, he just casually looking in the mirror, like he not really care what I'm talking about right now. Maybe then because he looks that dark, just because he living in a castle without sunlight. Next up is our local pop star, Rosie. She's a kitten or a cat, I'm not really sure. Outside her house, she got her own car and a party setup. As soon as we step inside, it's given a full-on recording studio. Here is the electric piano, microphone, and some of the speakers, even a few music players. Basically, everything Rosie needs to drop her new hit single. I even tried placing her near a microphone, hoping she starts singing so we could record her new track, but nope, total silent. So I gave up and just found a sound online of the real villager singer doing their things. Rosie, absolutely useless, but at least she looks good doing nothing. This not singing pop singer also have a second floor, and up here it's all about relaxing after dropping a hit, or in her case pretending she did. She got a starry wallpaper, because let's be real, the only stars in this house are on the walls. Next up is our beloved, absolutely iconic Genji. I've already told the story of how I searched forever just to bring him to my island. Fun fact though, I built his house before I fell in love with him. So please don't judge. Even if it doesn't scream soulmate, it still looks pretty good. And I swear, he asked for the Asian style home himself. I wasn't gonna do it. As you can see, he's clearly a rich boy. He has a bonsai tree in his house that literally twice his height. Other than that, that place is simple, calm, and very zen. Moving next, we are heading into a cage, home of Humpy. He is a hamster in case the name didn't give it away. Outside his house is super simple, nothing fancy, he just got his little smoker where he slow cooks his sausages. But inside his house, it's actually super cozy and cute. Everything wooden, like you just step into your grandma's house, countryside cottage. He's got a big fireplace and giant table with a jam and soup, comfy bed, and a pet bed. And honestly, I still don't know which one he sleeps in, but it's probably his business. Moving next, we have Octavian, permanently annoyed little octopus. He just wanted a peaceful home with a view of the sea. But I thought, why stop here? So now he's got his own private spot with a sound lounger all decorated out in red. Also, he's got very own surf shop, because why not? Sure, he's never asked me for it, but deep down I knew he wants to sell surfboards. Let's be real, what else would an octopus do with oceanfront property? Inside we got a couple of surfboards, some fitting rooms and magazine rack, plus clothing shelves and even a little cashier point. Honestly, I really love this shop. It's got that tropical Hawaiian vibe going on. And honestly, Octavian fits in here perfectly. He might be grumpy, but hopefully he will not scare anyone with this face. Next on the list is Ione, who also lives on my island. And just look how happy she is to see me, standing in the corner, not even making eye contact. Inside, I gave her some furniture with a zebra print. Shout out for Savannah, who you'll be seeing later in this video. She also got her own computer where she's probably doing I don't even know what. And on me the cowhide rugs. Hi Patty, from the beginning on the video. Maybe there's the enemies? I don't know, but the drama potential is a high. Next on the list, look who it is, Savannah! We was just talking about you. And of course, she lives in the desert savannah. How is ironic. Name is Savannah, home is Savannah as well. She even got cactuses growing around her house, which is suspicious because I'm pretty sure zebras not usually living around cactuses. Inside her house, it's all about the Savannah tropical mix. She's got her own little fireplace, some plants for the vibe, and a hammock, perfect for zebras. And also, she even have a toy horse she can ride. A zebra riding horse? Sounds illegal, but it's not our business. Next on the list, the unforgettable, iconic, and absolutely perfect Zell. I already mentioned it before that he is my all-time favorite villager. So, of course, I had to invite him back and build him his very own dream house. I designed his house so that the first floor is as big as the game allows, because obviously Zell deserves a space. And also slightly tacky gold furniture set. Ridiculously expensive, but stuffed with custom tile, a full sound system, and not one, not two, but three couches. And in the center, a stone table where he hosts very important guests, like me. He even has his own tree inside his house, most likely for snacks. He also got a second floor, and it's kinda interesting. Right in the center is a bed. Well, it's obvious. The wardrobe with a bunch of trophies, because of course he is a winner, and then a mysterious portrait on the wall. I think it's a Shino, but I'm not entirely sure. On the other side of the room, we can also spot his own portraits hanging on the wall. At this point, I'm not really sure who he loves more, Shino or himself. The whole room is done in a warm wooden style, with just a little bit of self-love. But sadly, it's time to move on to our next popular villager. This little kitten requested a custom designed home. Literally, the theme is custom designed home, like I didn't done this 40 times before. Anyways, inside everything done in a light wooden style with walls covered in a soft green paneling. Honestly, his house looked like a little vacation spot. And I mean, the game is called Happy Home Paradise, so I guess he understood the assignment. Also, Raymond have a second floor, where everything continues in those same soft beige tones and light wooden texture. But also I placed for him sewing machine, so probably now it's turned out that Raymond is actually a tailor. Overall, his house looked like his bamboo hat. Actually, my bamboo hat, because he stole this idea from me. And finally, we are heading to a fun home. She is the last one in the list since we already toured Custo and Silvana's home in the previous video. She asked for a house with a fancy chairs, and since she was the last one on the list, so I give her something. Her house has some very fancy chairs and a cash register in case anyone wants to buy one. But don't run anywhere yet, because we are checking school, hospital, cafe, restaurant, and clothing shop today as well. First up, we're visiting a school, where our students include Betty the barbecue-loving cow, rich boy, single mom, and an eagle whose favorite number is 9. If you have no idea why I'm calling something like that, you probably missed my last video. School itself looks pretty standard, just desk here, teacher desk over there, and a few bookshelves. Nothing fancy. Next on the list is our hospital, and it has a very special name. Basically, it's a we heal, we harm. Yep, that's the vibe. You now will know which one you get first. Our nurse today is a Kurt, and honestly, I think he's a perfect match for this role. He even has a bandage on his forehead, so you know he's seen some stuff. The hospital itself looks pretty legit. We got a reception desk, chairs for the patients, and a couple of waiting machines. For emotional support, I guess. Inside the doctor office, we got Marla in charge. The whole room is done in a clean, clinical white colors. He's got all the equipment a doctor could ever need, you know, to heal and to harm, whatever his mood today on. Our patient says she have a big headache, and honestly, same. I'll had a headache too if I had to spend more than 10 minutes in this place. That's it for the hospital. Next on the list, I thought we gonna go to a restaurant, but turned out it's actually a cafe. Let's go to Café Flamingo. The services in this cafe, it's a Flora, which is flamingo, and I think it's a Molly, which is duck. I don't really remember her name. The whole cafe is decorated out in a pink, of course. It's gift of major coffee and sandwich vibes. What I really love in this restaurant or cafe, it's spots for everyone. You can sit alone with a friend or even group of 4 people or villagers. Grab some pizza or pasta and enjoy the vibes. I remember redesigning this cafe a few times, and honestly the final version turned out so much better than what I had before. Next up, we're heading to a restaurant called Piranha. Some of you might already have a guess what kind of place it is. Yep, it's a sushi restaurant. They serve sushi and only sushi. But look at this bunny. We used to design a gamer house for him. He tried his best to work in this geisha corner. The counter is taller than him, so I'm not really sure how he cashed out the guests. Well, actually, I was lying. If you look closely, there are also a bowl of ramen sitting suspiciously near the devilish-looking bowl. So they serving not only sushi but ramen as well. Now we heading into the kitchen of this fine establishment. With the head of the chef is a penguin whose name I honestly forgot, but we did once debate whether she was a south or north penguin. And helping her is a Pinky, acting as an assistant. And if you don't remember, we accidentally smashed her entire sugarcane patch. And the last stop on today's tour is a clothing shop, which is proudly run by none of the others than Sheena. Of course, she is in charge. Her shop is all done in a soft white and pink tones, because she is a girly girl, obviously. There is a section is clothing, accessories, and a little hat display. And if you look closely, you'll see a portraits of several villagers on the walls, like she's running her own model agency on the side. The only thing I don't understand is what is Harry the Hippo doing here? I mean, with that beard, is he really shopping for clothes? Maybe he thinks a new outfit will help him. And finally, we made it. That was our big, huge tour. Across 2 videos, we explored 40 villagers' homes and 5 different facilities. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Tell me which home was your favorite. Thank you, bye bye!